Happy Fitness Friday, everyone.
Happy Fitness Friday. We are excited to be here, as always, on Fitness Friday to share with you a topic called High Intensity Interval Training Games for Small Group Training.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I am Dr. Ayla Donlin.
And I'm Emily Sopo.
And we are your MyZone Master Trainers. Thank you for joining us. Emily and I both hold master's degrees in kinesiology. We're certified group fitness instructors, personal trainers. Of course, we use MyZone for our own workouts and with our clients. Yep. And we're really excited to bring you content every Friday here live via the Fitness Friday broadcast. We also contribute to the blog, the Master Trainer blog on the MyZone website. Scroll down, you'll see our faces. Click on the link and you can have access to the blog. And this blog will be available to you, I think if not already, then shortly.
Shortly.
Yes.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Hold on. You get the preview today. And then we also host the MyZone Moves podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of places where you can gain extra information on how to use MyZone to optimize your workouts.
Yes. As you guys are tuning in, we would love to know who you are, where you're tuning in from, and if you've worked out today, what did you do? Hopefully you used your MyZone belt. Something else of note is that February is High Intensity Interval Training Month for MyZone, and over the past few weeks we've been putting out different videos and blogs about high intensity interval training. So today's blog, or today's broadcast about high intensity interval training games for small group training piggybacks off of those previous topics. So if you haven't checked those out before, you can scroll down on the MyZone Facebook page or check out MyZone's YouTube channel because all those videos are posted there as well.
A lot of different ways that you can access information so that you can tap into the #1 trend worldwide right now, high intensity interval training. So get into it, friends.
Good morning,
Good morning, Nick.
Welcome. Happy to have you. All right, should we hop in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we hope that you are hitting your workouts hard this month. Get it? Hit?
I love that.
Okay, anyway. So last week in our Fitness Friday broadcast, we talked about the different high intensity interval training ratios. We gave you a breakdown of the different ratios and how they could look within your actual workouts. So today really does follow in line with that by putting those concepts into practice. Good morning, Camilla. So we've created 3 different games. They are geared towards small groups. We were thinking like 6 to 10 people, but if you're working out with a partner or even on your own, you can sort of adjust these to make them work for you.
Yes.
Cool.
Good morning, Sue and Coach B.
Yes.
Thanks for checking in with us, you guys.
Morning. Okay, so the first one is the how long can you hit game. So this game does require a bit of knowledge about the different high intensity interval training ratios. So trainers, if you're out there watching, this is a really great one for you to utilize to help your clients and class members understand high intensity interval training. Really cool to be able to have those educational moments along with a game. So the trainer or instructor will select the exercises to be performed, the duration of this game, whether it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you pick, and the work to recovery ratio for the entire group. Just a quick review of HIIT work to recovery ratios from last week. We have a work phase and a recovery phase, so you're selecting how long each of those will be relative to each other. So you might have a 1-to-2 ratio of work to recovery where you're pushing for 1 interval and then you're recovering for twice as long. You can again review those on the previous blog and broadcast. So you select the ratio, but what you're not going to select is how long each interval will be within that ratio. That's what your class members or clients get to choose. So here's how it would work from there. Exercisers would work as partners or in groups of 3 and 4, depending on the size of the group that you're working with. Each pair or small group will select their own variation of that work to rest ratio in terms of the time that they're going to pick. So for example, if Ayla and I are leading this game and we've got a small group, we might say, okay guys, we're going to do a 1-to-1 ratio for the next 5 minutes, and everyone in our class will get to select in their little small group. Does that mean that we're working for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 60 seconds on, 60 off? Do we want to go really short and do 15-15? So it's up to the class to decide, do they want to do longer duration for a longer recovery? Do they want to do shorter duration shorter recovery.
I dig that.
Yeah. So you can really get creative with how you want to do this. Now, some exercisers might prefer a longer work interval so that they can do fewer sets within the overall time you're playing this game and have a longer recovery, while others might want to just do many sets for a very short period of time and just, get it all done.
Yeah, and we
very
kind of
quickly.
talked about that last week a little bit in terms of our preferences around, whether we like the shorter intervals or the longer intervals in terms of if you can really get after it with some tenacity in like a 15 to 20 second push, or if you like those longer pushes that also give you a little bit longer of a recovery.
Didn't you say you liked the longer ones? And
I kind of like the 60. We were talking about 60-60 versus 30-30, which is a 1-to-1 ratio that Emily was just giving the example of. So this, it's a great opportunity for participants to be able to play around with that and decide what they like.
Yeah. And I like the shorter ones. So
there you go.
We probably wouldn't be in the same group.
I would play with you.
Okay, thanks. Just a note for the intensity of these different work and recovery ratios. All exercisers should aim for the yellow and the red during the work phase, however long that might be, which is dependent upon the participants, and then recover into the green or even the blue phase during the recovery intervals. And afterwards, if you're the trainer instructor, have the exercisers tell you what they liked or didn't like, right? You can make this a recurring game, and so folks can start to play with the ratios, play with the duration within those ratios, and see what they like, and really grow accustomed to HIIT.
Yeah. So you could really play this week after week, but still offer a lot of variety.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. Hello, Oliver and Sylvia. Thank you for tuning in. All right, our second game for you today is the Duck Duck Goose high intensity interval training game. I used to have anxiety about Duck Duck Goose when we would play in school. But not this, my friends, not this. In this game, the trainer or the instructor selects the work to rest ratio, like Emily was just talking about, and the durations of the intervals. So the participants are not choosing the duration this time, the instructor is. The instructor is also choosing 5 heart-pumping exercises that are going to be performed during the work interval. And then it's a really good idea to display these exercises somewhere so that it's very visible to all the participants, because you're going to learn more about why next. But either have it up on a whiteboard, or you can use MyZone's functional class creator and have it displayed there. The trainer or the instructor is also going to select 1 or 2 recovery exercises, and even some stretches, probably dynamic stretches would be a great idea for the recovery. Okay, so all exercisers are going to complete the exercises together, but here is where it gets a little fun, hence the Duck Duck Goose game. During the recovery period, 1 exerciser at a time is going to select the next exercise for the entire group to perform. So that's why you need to have the exercises up so everyone can see them, so that they could easily select, whoever's turn it is, can easily select the next exercise. The goal will be to hit yellow and red on the work phase, just like Emily was talking about in the previous game, and then during the recovery phase, hitting green or blue. And again, this is really fun because it offers a lot of variety, and it offers a little bit of an element of surprise. And I really like it because it gives participants autonomy in choosing the exercises, and can create some camaraderie among the group, right? You could be that person who picks that exercise every time, or you could be the merciful participant who maybe picked something that was a little bit less intense, but you're still aiming for relatively the same intensities on every work to recovery ratio. I really like that one.
Yeah, so much
Duck,
fun.
duck, goose.
So much fun to be had. Okay, game 3 out of 3 in today's broadcast is the pyramid percentage game. So this game varies the percentage of what maximal heart rate percentage you will reach during each work phase and each recovery phase of interval training. So the instructor or trainer will select the work to rest ratio as well as the exercises to be performed. Now I want to note that this works really well with cardio training, more traditional forms of cardio like being on a stationary bike or a treadmill, just because it's a little bit easier, I think, to control which zones you're getting into over a period of time. So hop on some cardio, select those work to rest ratios, and then of course, Are we going to be pushing for a hill? Are we going to be sprinting? You know, give some parameters around the actual exercise itself. The goal is for the exerciser's percentage of estimated maximal heart rate to resemble a pyramid up and down during both the work and the recovery phases. That makes sense, because if you're increasing the intensity you're getting to on the work phase and then you're having to recover, as it gets more and more intense, you're not going to be able to recover quite as far.
Right.
So for example, and of course you can change the durations and the goal percentages that I'm about to explain, but just as an example, you might select a work to recovery ratio of 1:1, and you do 60 seconds of work and then 60 seconds of recovery. So for the very first push, you would work to 80% of maximal heart rate and then aim to recover to 70% of maximal heart rate. For set 2, you might work to 85, so a little bit higher, and then recover to 74. Not quite as low, but still a good recovery. Set 3, the top of the pyramid, you might work to 90% and then try to recover down to 78%, right?
Yep.
And then you'd come back down. So the next set on the back side of that pyramid would be coming up to 85%, trying to recover to 74, and then the very final set, the bottom of that pyramid, would be working to 80% and recovering to 70%. What's nice about that is that I really like to teach people how to control their heart rate during a workout, and this is one of those where it really does give you a nice structure for what you would be doing. The workout summary graph, when you go into your summary on the MyZone app, would look like a pyramid for both the work phases and the recovery phases. You could up the stakes as the trainer or instructor by offering a prize to whichever exerciser can hit every goal for every phase of this workout, right? That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But they can do it.
Yeah. This would be a challenging one to hit, and I actually played this pyramid game all by myself this morning. It'd be way more fun, yeah.
Oh,
It would
cool.
be way more fun in a group, but I did this
Yeah.
on the treadmill. And it's really fun, and it is challenging once you've gotten to the peak of the pyramid to then be able to exercise some control as you come back down the pyramid. I think it's a really good way of helping people understand how they can control their heart rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 games that we have created for you guys. We hope that you enjoy them. But along the note of controlling your heart rate, I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys are aware, that MyZone has a new feature on the app, the Zone Match feature. And I wanted to mention it because I played with it the other day and it was awesome. It was so fun. So if you go out into the workout section of the MyZone app, have your belt on, you can select different zone match classes and literally follow along with different zones throughout an entire workout. It's broken down by the duration of the workout, whether you want to do it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45.
Yeah.
So you can really break it down by what you have available to you in terms of time, and then select which class you want to take.
Yeah.
And try to make your heart rate match those zones.
Right.
Ooh, it's fun.
And for those of you who like a scorecard or you like to know how well you did, that's a really cool feature of the Zone Match, is that it gives you a score or a grade at the end of the workout in terms of how well you kept your heart rate in the prescribed zones throughout the whole workout. So that's a really nice way of getting a scorecard at the end.
Absolutely. Well, we hope you guys liked this. I almost just said this feature.
It is a feature.
This
Small
feature
group
broadcast. We hope you guys liked today's broadcast and topic. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below this video. And of course, you can check out all of our previous high intensity interval training related blogs and videos from last week and previous weeks by going to the MyZone Moves YouTube channel or myzone.org to check out that blog.
Yes, and we still have a couple weeks left in February, so we love hearing from you. Any questions that you have around high intensity interval training, things that you really like about it, maybe some frustration or confusion that you have around it. These are things that we really want to help unpack and understand, and we'd love to do that with you here on Fridays or in the broadcast. Well, this is the broadcast on Fridays in the blog. So let us know. We'd love to interact with you that way.
We sure would. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
As always,
Keep
moving forward.
Bye, guys.
Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.